Let's get ready to...
What the hell is even that?
That is one big pilot.
For a modern gaming audience.
Why are you running?
Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
We're communists.
Woke.
Would you please get your politics out of my comic books? I'm like, what comic books are you reading?
I'm cured! Praise God!
He Vadered!
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Give me the meat and give it to me raw.
For a modern gaming audience.
If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble.
Welcome to Nerd Wars. Sorry about that. Welcome to Nerd Wars.
Please clap.
Yay! And Moxie's here! Yay!
Perfect.
I made it.
Absolute pleasure to have everyone here. The avocados in chat, Moxie, you like...
You've done something.
I hope we control Mo with that for years. Oh, never let it die. I support letting good memes die, but when it comes to making fun of Mo, run them straight into the ground for all of eternity, please.
I'll be playing it tonight. I'll be playing it tonight.
Fabulous.
Badger, how are you doing, buddy?
Physically, I'm doing horrible. I'm just one big allergy. Feels like my eyes have been taken out and sprayed with pepper spray. But internally maybe, or externally, I'm horrible. Internally, I'm great because you told me about Expedition 33, and I've been playing it. And
It's happening, guys. It's happening.
it's worth the hype. I understand how people say Game of the Year, and I'm just barely in the beginning of Act 1. If it continues like this and gets any form of better,
I am arguably about halfway through, and I admitted it last night when I was playing. I was like, it's like with my 10 out of 10s, I kind of want to be hesitant to say 10 out of 10, treat it with only the utmost of respect. It's a 10 out of 10. They have to really screw something up for me to not give this a 10 out of 10 at the end. It's on Game Pass. And you can presumably, if you crush it, you can do it in like a month. So like, $12 or whatever for Game Pass.
By the way, having played it now, whoever the dumb fucks that complained about the black people, it's not even France. It's not even Earth. It's some weird.
Yeah, Badger. Yeah, just weird. I even thought it was France, and then maybe something happened, and all the weird monsters got involved. No.
Ciao there.
But like, there's still an Eiffel Tower, so and baguettes, and but yeah, literally one black guy who doesn't make it too far in the story. Oh no, it's woke. Oh my god, we may have gone too far, guys. We might discuss it tomorrow, but over at Phantom Pulse they have a why Stellar Blade is woke as fuck article currently. And it gets into Christian metaphysics in the first paragraph.
Oh, that makes
Moxie, on a lighter, happier note, how are you doing?
Doing fine. Finally not sick and finally didn't have to work today, so happy to be here. It's a pleasure.
You passed you're sick, you're dying on to Badger, who is now dying.
Fortunately, mine are allergies and they'll never leave. Yeah, you've triggered my allergies.
No, that's how it works. Energy, it has to transfer somewhere, okay? It doesn't just disappear.
Transfer your karma. Give me your energies to make it go away.
If thoughts and prayers for Badger sinuses, please.
Thank you.
We have much to discuss today and much to tangent over. I saw 28 years later. I only got jump scared once, Badger. You would have been so proud of me.
Oh. How was the audience reaction?
To being jump scared or?
Yeah, or anything. Was there any audience reaction?
There was not applause at the end. Yeah, we will get into it. Quite a large audience. There wasn't like applauding and ballerina when heads exploded, though there were plenty of heads getting like arrows in them and such. Not as much gasp at the incredible amount of flaccid zombie wieners.
How many dicks did
flying
you see?
all about.
Oh,
and then
no.
There's an alpha Moxie, ladies. Y'all will love this. There's an Indian dude who's like 6'6" with like big ass beard, and he just has like a gooch like baby arm flopping around for half the
Tripod.
movie. Yeah, literally. But
Why?
you get to see some
Why are we
gross.
so much flaccid pain in things these days?
I don't like
Oh,
it.
so wait, are you saying you don't want to see a pregnant zombie full frontal and then watch as a baby is pulled out of it and you see it on all of its gloriness? You're
Does
gonna
it
watch
crawl and
a
spider
zombie-
walk?
Well-
Still attached? That would be really cool.
No, it's
Gross.
healthy baby, so they have to protect the baby. It ends up being about like protecting the baby and helping the dying mom. The
Erwin
first 30
saw
minutes.
the birth of life.
The first 30 minutes is so good, and then
Like
I
The
don't
Walking
know.
Dead?
I don't know what
It
happened.
sounds like The Walking Dead little thing. Mom got
Probably.
bit,
Do you
turning
see it?
zombie, cut the baby out.
I don't like
Oh,
it.
no, this is like full blown like rage zombie, but it's like chilled, and she has her hands out, so the crazy dying psychotic mom like holds her hands, and then she pulls the baby out of the zomgina. It's currently copyright pending. But the first 30 minutes was amazing and exactly what I wanted and expected.
At least.
Wait, what?
Was it a black baby at least? If it's a chosen one? Strong
No.
black man one day?
Very, very white baby. And well, we will discuss it. I have much to discuss. I was quite disappointed, and I went, I bet FNT and Open Bar are going to love it.
Probably.
We'll get to it. God. They hate everything I love, and they love everything I hate. What the? I love them, though. So does that mean they hate me? First, though.
Hi, Mog. I loved it. Highly mogged a treat.
Soon. It was... some of the iPhone, like the 75 iPhone like camera tricks they would do were cool, but not used enough. This one's for you, Badge. I was just gonna. Oh wait. Oh yeah. Sorry. Oh my God.
That's all right.
I'm horrible. Please, someone like backhand me, please.
Tomac.
Come on for a freaking Hyundai. Jesus
We're here
Christ.
for you.
Please.
What are you staring at, creep?
Tomac for a freaking Hyundai. Well, Erwin, with Spirit X Strike added to the wish list, Ming out, how about we have you watch Fist of the North Star 95? Oh, I was going to say, you already had me watching. It was amazing, but it used to hold the title of Worst Anime Adaptation, and then Dragon Ball... Oh, do they have
paying
a
you?
live action? Is that what happened? Yeah, what is he paying me for? To get Fist?
Anime adaptation and the Dragon. Yeah, that would. Fist of the North Star 95. I would assume that means it's live action.
Okay,
Yeah, Red
This
said
one-
it's live action.
This one you might have to send to me. Fist of the North Star, 95, hour 43. You love to see it. Who are the
Of course,
stars?
McDowell's in it.
Gary Daniels? Oh yeah, Malcolm McDowell. No one else. Clint Howard as Stalin. Wait.
Is that Rufio?
I'd say Dante
Rufio.
Basco and Zuko in Airbender.
Oh, there you go. Okay, star-studded cast. It looks great.
Rufio.
It-
Rufio. Oh.
Is it like if Chuck Norris did an anime adaptation, it kind of looks like? Okay, I'm down. Tomac, you are 1000% going to have to send this to me or get me a link some way. 'Cause
Chris Penn.
that is not going to be easily available. Shout out Tomac, you mad lad. I will be discussing.
Oh
I'll
no.
be discussing.
Oh no.
I'll be discussing the Time Machine here in a little bit, which I did quite enjoy. Have you guys seen 2002 Time Machine?
Love it.
I did back in 2002.
Same. I think. Oh, I don't even know. It was so long ago. I actually don't totally know. I did watch, I believe, the original in school, and Son's getting in here and dropping 5. Son of a. Shout out, Chip. You got the clip? You got the clip, Edge?
Oh no, AIDS.
Honestly, I forgot we had one for here, hold on. Yeah,
Oh,
Together we
okay.
can stop them. We can take the city back.
totally forgot we had that. Shout out.
We also do officially have AIDS, guys.
Oh, that's right. Yesterday,
one.
ABF
We got
in his
one out.
magnificence, he did in fact give us the AIDS Big Bird.
So I'm gonna put up a quick little gifties are currently under maintenance.
Time Machine actually before Spider-Verse or anything, which by the way, I just found out that remember there was the whole thing we were going to get the sequel to the animated series in comic form, but they weren't going to bring back the lead writer. That lead writer is actually the guy he was in his little rant said that he invented Spider-Verse that they then went on to go make Into the Spider-Verse verbatim. Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
Either way,
super duper
Time
fun.
Machine was the first one to introduce Jesus Christ, I'm retarded, canon events, i.e., no matter what he does to try to stop it, it keeps happening because it wants to happen. Certain moments in time want to happen, and they'll find a way.
Oh, yeah, that's like my favorite kind of time travel. They're the
It's
ones that
very
like
fun.
Oh, okay,
Because
okay.
it's a little more woo-woo that like time wants, certain events want to happen.
Shout out, sons. Yes, the problem started, I think, like 2 Tuesdays ago. ABF dropped 50 gifties, and then Hayden matched with another 50 gifties. And since then, we've had too many memberships. So appreciate you all. Currently broken. So maybe consider giving us some adorable stickers. I never thought I would enjoy e-stickers so much, but literally I'm funded by e-stickers. I love you all. Now, for our first actual topic.
Oh, yeah.
Geena
Almost
Davis
100 people.
Yeah, shut up. Please hit that like button. Geena Davis praises Mission Impossible: The Final Awakening for diverse casting. Badger loves Geena Davis, and then he discovered her foundation.
She's the head of essentially her own ESG thing. Sweet Baby Inc. But to be fair, she did it like 20 plus years ago, and it seems like with good intention. But still, it is what it is.
Road to hell paved with good intentions.
Yeah.
Did you see the new Mission Impossible yet? I noticed the great diversity in there. Women left and right, all over the place. People of color, and it's just normal and natural. So she says it's just normal and natural, and immediately follows it with, but they clearly, in my estimation, put a lot of thought into it. It's just normal and natural, but also they put a lot of thought into it.
Trammell Tillman as the Black Sub Commander seemed very natural. He's great in that role. But the female fucking aircraft carrier, who I figured out who that is, by the way, Erwin. Do you know why she looks so familiar? Shame.
The lesbian.
Shame. That aircraft commander is the Shame lady from Game of Thrones.
Oh, that's not what I recognized her from. Yeah.
That's what I recognize. Yeah. The blonde
lesbians all look the same to me with their shotgun blast haircuts and such, and their emo scenester hair. Actually, no, wait. Can we bring those lesbians back? Those lesbians were much better.
Mm-hmm.
So then they get into lots of fun little statistics here. In my institute, we focus on what's on screen. And in the festival, we take into account both on screen and behind the camera. So our directors and writers and producers are very diverse, as well as the cast on screen. And then they break down just how gay and black they are. And every time I see these percentages, I just think some 1930s mustache man. Yay. And it's about basically reflecting the population as it is, which is, in my opinion, profoundly not controversial.
It depends if you're doing a modern movie or not.
Yeah, there are many factors for sure. It just makes sense to reflect the people that are watching the movie. And then this is where she pushes the spin. Ultimately, what I think we're trying to prove is that films with unique voices that represent the population are very commercial. Yeah, go woke, make money. That's the saying. Research shows that the more diversity there is on screen, research, McKinsey, the more money the movie makes. Yes, go woke, make money. Everyone knows the saying, but people haven't really taken that to heart as much as they could. Yeah, I hope Hollywood keeps listening to you.
Here's the thing, though. Geena, at least for the most part, like, she literally put her money where her mouth was and made The Long Kiss Goodnight, starring a woman and a black man. And it's really fucking good. It's one of my favorite movies.
There you go. And I
not throwing around 300-pound men, shooting people, doing the thing. So it's just, man, done with the right intention. I know, road to hell, but.
Well, I guess I'll just rip with it. Ballerina's disappointing box office return has me worried about the future of the franchise that I love. Saw several of those. And they're like, what? Strong woman action film? Moxie, you're a strong woman. Did you go see Ballerina?
No.
But they made it for you, Moxie.
You know, I think one of my favorite strong female characters was Xena.
Mine
But
too.
since then, it's been a sharp decline as far as. Yeah.
She had a lesbian sidekick too.
I would say, were Gabby and
got weird.
Xena fucking? Were they scissoring?
It
I
got
think
weird.
so.
Those later seasons, not so great. But strong female
Headcanon,
characters,
Hercules
I can get
threesome.
behind. These days, though, I have zero interest. I don't care.
Yeah, it's so hard to win interest back. It's so easy to make people stop caring, and it's so hard to get them to care, and it's almost impossible to get them to care again after they stop caring. And hey, they're going to keep doubling down. LA's movie and TV exodus sparks insiders to go public with frustration at film office. So it's the people who give all the permits for filming and how it's all cumbersome, costly, and complex. And so they're essentially trying to overthrow them. They're trying to get rid of them. The Film LA. They're trying to remove them from the process so Hollywood can actually keep making movies instead of everyone going to Atlanta or Canada or the UK. 28 years later, Badger was going to see it. It was sold out, so he couldn't. Mine was quite filled. And Badger, he said if I suggested it to him, he would go see it. And the first 30 minutes, I was ready to suggest the crap out of it.
And then
it turned out Aaron Taylor Johnson wasn't the protagonist. But first, 28 years later earned $5.8 million in domestic previews, which is okay for the budget. Now tracking for $45 million to $50 million. It was $90 million budget, and now they're saying like $75 million. So we'll still go ahead and say $75 million. So this should be making its money. Okay, that's good. It's good enough. I'm happy with it making some money. We look at Elio though; it's at $3 million for a $300 million production budget movie, and Elio is expected to gross between $25 million to $30 million in its first weekend. Probably the 3-day. I don't know if they're including holidays or whatever, but that's
going to go straight to streaming super fast, right? Like as soon as possible.
Correct. It's going to lose 250 million plus. So, Moxie, it's a kid movie. So I will say, Alan and Chris said it was the worst Pixar movie ever. I watched Clownfish TV's review, Geeky Sparkles, who loves Pixar and they love Disney and like very much so like target demographic for an older demographic. She gave it a 7.5 and her teenage daughter gave it an 8. So they actually quite enjoyed it. And still, even if it ends up actually being good, it's going to lose an absurd amount of money. And
Alan literally meant in like a technical aspect, it is the worst Pixar. Like the animation quality. I mean, he also story is underwhelming, but the animation, the camera angles, what space looked like compared to what that budget was. And we know that's because they had to stop and start and revamp and do all the things. But like, yeah, it's literally for those reasons. And it's underwhelming. And the message is lost that like it is the worst Pixar for all of it.
$75 million Zombie Dongs is crushing the $300 million Pixar movie during the summer. And then the cope was, oh, parents don't take kids to see movies on a weeknight. It's the summer.
Yeah.
Elio is going to be in an absolute embarrassment.
And there was a Iranian Pixar movie that they straight up canceled that was apparently all but and this was months ago before the Tiny Hats did anything they did, but it was supposed to be like an Iranian culture-based Pixar movie with a little precocious little shit that would have, and that got canceled. And that was apparently super far, like very far along, like almost done. So they're in trouble.
Yeah, what was it about him getting friends with like a gay kid or something? Or
I'm hoping he could fly. Whee!
Fingers crossed. So, Badger, you're 28 days later and 28 weeks later, you enjoyed, I assume?
Yeah.
Moxie, did you ever see any of those 28 days or 28 weeks later?
I think I saw both those close to the time they came out. I couldn't tell you.
Memory is hard, right? Yeah, I watched 28 weeks later at the cheap movies. Like
I love 28 weeks later because it's Bubba is the dude that played Bubba is the main like commander of the American forces. I just love that you wrote in that England was the only one fucked up by it, and America had to come orchestrate and repopulate your fucking country while protecting you. It was great. Jeremy Renner, yeah, bravo.
Yeah, I don't remember any of it.
Me neither.
None of
Fuck
it.
yeah.
So I went in pretty fresh. The first 30 minutes, well shot, well acted, good characters, well paced, excellent filmmaking, interesting angles, fun little edits and stuff like that. First 30 minutes, Aaron Taylor, everyone. We excuse so much if you put a dad and a son together, and we have a dad and son, you know, like The Road kind of a situation, or The Last of Us, you know, that surrogate parent.
Keep
People
that in mind.
Love that stuff
when we start talking about Ryan Gosling and Star Wars Starfighter, because that's the whole fucking plot. Him and just saying, yes.
And say I enjoy it too. And a lot of people can be very forgiving if you have that. And it was great. It's pretty much all Aaron Taylor Johnson taking his kid out who's 12. They're not supposed to go out till it's like 14 or 15 to go to the mainland. And, you know, he goes on a little adventure. It's zombies, and, you know, he has to get his first kill, but you got to be back before the tide's up because, you know, they got that long pathway. Oh, no, something goes wrong. We have to stay out at night. You know, exactly like you would expect.
Yeah.
Eventually come back. It's great. But then there's the sick mom angle. And I'm like, okay, yeah, this is working for me.
Got to find a
But
doctor.
then you got to find the doctor. Kid hears a story about the crazy doctor. They've never had doctors. He doesn't know how
Ben
doctors work.
Kenobi?
He
I think he
thinks
lives
they
over past the Jedland Wastes.
He thinks they can work magic. So then eventually, instead of being the father, son, Aaron Taylor Johnson being the protagonist,
it's just the kid.
The kid runs off with his mom. And from there, and it's so incredibly stupid, it's the worst decision. He also burns a bunch of their like incredibly important gear as a distraction. And so as soon as he leaves, I go, oh, I no longer care. I hope you die.
I mean, I knew that, Bobby, but you knew I knew that. For everyone else, you see, this is why you can't massacre the Sand People, Erwin. You have to give them the Crate Dragon Pearl so that their storyteller will tell you the history, and that some people went into the caves, some people stayed out above.
I preemptively massacred them. Okay, Badger. I had intelligence that told me they were 2 weeks away from a nuke. Okay, but I think we missed this one. What FNT needs is more furry representation. AOC,
I think that's a bias, but
furry patrol.
Yeah.
Everything about this is so unhinged. I love it so much. Shout out, thank you, AOC furry patrol. What is happening? I love my job. Thank you. And then Carl getting up in here.
Okay.
For a tenor. And I only have one.
Oh no!
Can I get a video clip? Hold on, let me get my trusty post-it note. How about Rick Grimes from Walking Dead? Rick Grimes. I should know that one. Saying Carl. Carl. For Carl with a K. That would be awesome. Coming right up. Actually, who's the character in his profile picture? I was gonna say I could shove that face.
Isn't that or Cyclops?
Is it?
In like one of his fucking gayer outfits, no offense. I think it's Cyclops.
DM me and I will with that picture and I will put the face on. Otherwise, I got you.
Shout out Jesus.
And Jesus dropping one. Jesus heads up.
Oh, Racer X. That's right.
Oh, it's Racer X. Okay.
God, and I only know that because I saw the Wachowski version of Speed Racer.
Of course, don't mock me, no Racer X. I will say I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the Wachowski Speed Racer.
Didn't know anything about Speed Racers. You could tell. Yeah, I like that dude because he's Charlie and fantastic. We're family of five. Party five.
Shout out Jesus. I got my first 3 No Guns lives now. Currently, gifties are currently under maintenance. We're not too far behind, so it'll probably go through. But heads up to anyone who wants to be incredibly generous. I love you all so much. Gifties are not technically landing at the moment. They probably will off stream, but currently under maintenance.
Delayed reaction.
You guys are literally too generous. You break YouTube. I love you so much. And Jesus, shout out to him. also has a clip. Where is it at? There we go. So I was a little worried that because no one ever has my opinions. I'm like there's the consensus, and then I'm like the anti-consensus. And I swear I don't like try to do it, but if I end up being bothered by something like How to Train Your Dragon, I know F&T is going to come up, and I'm like, finally, they're going to agree with me. And then they all loved How to Train Your Dragon. I'm like, what the? But then like Mission Impossible and Ballerina were like too much for them, and it's like, no, this one, I know, I just know it. They are going to love. Well, Gary seems to think 28 Years Later is a manic, surreal, flawed movie, and I liked it.
And you liked the kid.
And then the worst part is the kid. The kid was brilliant.
Okay, can I make a prediction right now? Just because this is how the internet works. You are going to start hearing people call for that kid to play Damien.
No. I
just how the internet works.
So one of the tropes I don't like in anime is the whiny boy character. I can't stand it. He's basically like the British version of a whiny anime character. Sniveling little bitch. When he goes out to train, he can't fire anything. He's not ready to train, and he's like, "I'm gonna take my mommy out here."
Yeah, why would you bring your mom to the? You're supposed to bring the doctor to your mom.
Is incredibly stupid, correct. And his acting itself, good. The character, though, I did not care for the character.
Let me take a huge fucking liability out into the wilderness. You're already hampered by illness. Let me fucking take you out where you'll easily get fucked up.
She basically has dementia. She's not even herself, and she has like violent episodes.
You bring the doctor to then he could tell you that there's nothing he can do for you.
And this is the kid that like they just got chased by. He couldn't handle it so much that he like throws up at one point. But he's like, I'm gonna take my mommy out. And the second he left, I went, oh, I no longer care. I hope you die. Gary saw it as brilliant. As soon as Act 2 started, I said, oh, you're the main character now. I hope you die. That's not good writing.
It wasn't that Neville was also the chosen one. It's that had Voldemort chosen to kill Neville instead, that like, yeah, it was
Voldemort marked his enemy. He marked the one. It could have been Neville.
Okay, so
it's their birth month or whatever, the way it was set out, that it could have been either of them, and it was just because he chose Harry. But then you have to factor in that the mom was there to give the loving spell to protect, thus transferring it to the Horcrux. That wouldn't have happened for Neville because his parents were already made Lulu. So yeah, it was meant to be, baby. That's one of them canon events. So 28 days later, or 28 years later, whatever.
I keep calling it everything but 28 years later. And the original title of this stream, I wrote 28 weeks later and had to go back and change it.
Oops.
So first 30 minutes, exactly what I wanted. And if it would have kept doing that, I would have loved. The middle, really did not care for, but then we get towards the end, and yeah, so I thought it was gonna be Aaron Taylor Johnson and the kid, and then they team up with Ralph Fiennes. Now this is the actual movie, and Ralph Fiennes is phenomenal.
He's the doctor.
He is the doctor, yes, and he complex, interesting character. Really liked him. It still doesn't make it work, and then
2 hours plus.
Oh, it's just shy of 2 hours. The time was never a problem. The time was never a problem for me. And there was a lot I did enjoy. And then the multi-camera thing was interesting. What they would do is like a zombie would get shot in the skull, and like the second he got shot, it would go from the camera here, and it would go like 6 cameras over, and then it'd be like a pause, and then goes. That was pretty cool. They used that pretty well. But some of the like camera stuff and some of like weird bad focus where they're almost getting like chromatic aberration, weird little like blurry stuff around them. Like I said, a lot of the filmmaking was good. The story though, man, it just dips. And then the ending is so absurd. I'm actually going to put up a poll for you guys to guess what the ending is. If you don't want to have it spoiled, it's terrible.
Darth Vader shows up at the end of a hallway.
The ending of 28 years. So, first one. And don't try to do the old like high school test where you don't know the answer. So you're like, well, is it the first? No, they wouldn't do the first one. I randomized it. I did randomize it. So you can't get that. You have to actually guess.
Everyone,
so the first
you
one,
count 3 up, and that's always the answer.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. So don't bother doing those tricks because I myself was like, how do I not do that? And I was like, wait, I just need to randomize it. And then, yeah. So first we have Scottish golfers is who saves him at the end and kills a bunch of zombies. Scottish golfers. Scots in literal kilts hitting zombies with golf clubs and running them over with golf carts. Scottish golfers, everyone. Rapping Irish will be number 2. Rapping Irish. IRA members, essentially, who rap a diss track while killing zombies with broadswords. Rapping Irish killing zombies with broadswords. Or what I'm referring to as tracksuit ninjas. Tracksuit gangster football hooligans doing ninja parkour moves. Scottish golfers in kilts hitting zombies with golf clubs and golf carts. Rapping Irish IRA members who rap a diss track while killing zombies with broadswords. Or tracksuit gangster football hooligans doing ninja parkour. Polls up.
I think I know. I'm going to have to recluse myself.
Like I said, I randomized, so it's done. Oh, he put it in the middle, or I randomized it because I myself was thinking about it, so I knew all of you lovely people would as well. Let's see, tracksuit ninjas at 61%. Oh, no one's liking the rapping Irish. Scottish golfers are pretty high up there. I mean, they're all terrible. I think we can agree on that. Okay, we got most of the votes in. Scottish golfers is getting up there. Tracksuit ninjas is going down, but yeah, you guessed it. It's tracksuit gangster football hooligans doing ninja parkour moves.
Oh no.
Why? After Ray Fiennes was like phenomenal, and then he runs off from there. Tracksuit ninjas. And
Tracksuit's very economical.
And they like set this character up, but they tricked you with the little prologue beginning. They made you think the little kid was actually Aaron Taylor Johnson's character, but oh wait, no, it's actually this guy we're setting up for the next movie. So I thought it would be a nice little self-contained story. No, it's 1000% of part 1, and the ending is so terrible. I was so like, tracksuit ninjas, why? That I didn't even realize that the reveals, I just had to have in like Screen Rant or whatever explain what happened at the ending, because I didn't get it because I was so blown away from the goddamn ninjas. Yeah, McCracken gets it. Ninja, please. So the actual ending, which is actually kind of well set up and good, it was lost on me because I was like, what the fuck just happened? And then the next one is going to be then Aaron Taylor Johnson trying to like save the kid from this crazy weird cult.
The one that Nia DaCosta is gonna,
and that's gonna be the one Nia DaCosta. So there is 0 chance I will be watching that movie. So tag your it, Badger.
Oh, great.
You're up, kid.
Tracksuit ninjas. And I'm not crazy. I went on Rotten Tomatoes. I think I already exited out of it. Yeah, a lot of people agree with me. But Open Bar and F&T aren't going to. So some of you might enjoy this. If you're like an Andor enjoyer, you'll probably love this. But like,
well, now I don't know how to feel.
Yeah, there's a lot of good, but there's way more flaccid zombie wieners than good, sadly.
No, thank you.
I wish... I was looking for it. I was looking forward to it, and there was a lot that's good. The beginning with like the Teletubbies and stuff was good. I like that, but I didn't realize at the end the tracksuit guys. Did they do a picture? Yeah, no. The tracksuit guys were wearing the different colors.
You really did say it with a bit of a slur, like I don't know. They sound vaccinated. Like I don't know. They sound like Andor enjoyers. Like it sounded like.
I haven't. The consensus TM. I already have a name for him. Yeah, the consensus.
Synonymous with bundle of sticks. Yeah, Andor enjoyer. Bundle of sticks.
All old movies are 10 out of 10s. All new movies are 2 out of 10s. They all loved Andor. They all thought Alien Romulus was the worst thing they'd ever seen. They all thought Ballerina was hot garbage. They all have the same thoughts.
I love Star Wars. And then you like talk to them. It's like they're like 1.5 movies. Same thing. It's like, oh yeah, Andor is great, even though I'm really only talking about 3 episodes in the first season and 2 episodes in the second season.
6 out of 10. 28 years later is a big ol' 6 out of 10. Gooch asked me about it. He said he was seeing a bunch of people give it 6 out of 10. I was like, yeah. I hadn't thought about giving it a score yet, but yeah, a 6 out of 10 sounds about right. So if you're a big fan or you're real consensus and you see Danny Boyle and whatever the fuck the dude who just made Warfare, which is the worst movie. They also love Warfare.
Garland?
The consensus love Warfare. Yeah, Garland. Yeah, they all love Warfare, even though it wasn't even a fucking movie. I don't classify it as a movie. Yeah, if you're that sort of a person, I actually do. I would recommend it and would be worth seeing in the theater. Not too terribly many jump scares, thank God. I fucking wish it was a 7.5. It was, the first act was like an 8. If they would have just kept going along with what they did in the first act, it could have ended an 8 out of 10. And I'd be telling all of you to see it, but they chose not to for some insane reason.
Yeah.
Darkness. So back to things that make me feel good. The Darkness. I've been waiting to get this first compendium for a while now.
V-taper.
Oh, wow. Yeah, actually, he does have that V-taper. So this is, Gooch has been getting on me to get this forever. It finally is, I thought, is one of those flashes where I thought, I don't really need to go to the bookstore today. I spent a little too much or whatever, and they probably won't have anything new. Those days, it's always the best stuff. It's always what I've been wanting to buy forever and an even better version. So I've been wanting to get to the volume 1 that's like $37. That's got like 25 issues in this. I found the first print 50 issues for even cheaper. The only problem, Badger, this is going to make you hurt. Jesus. Look at the plastic of the binding.
Like it's so broken. I can't do it.
Oh, fucked. It's so fucked. All the pages are good, but the cover is fucked. But I got it for $30 when this thing sells for $75 first printing, and it's double what I was planning on. And the best part, Badger, you'll appreciate this. My Image Comics had been like up to here. Or wait, where? Oh, sorry, directions are. I'd been like here.
Does it fit perfectly?
So it was almost complete. I had to take a few out.
Oh.
So I now have a full Image shelf. So that feels really good. And I buy used. I can live with the terrible binding. Take it. I'm very happy. And this was what, $60 new in 2006. So very happy. I'm going to be sending a picture of that to Gooch. Wait, hold on. We got to whip out a little darkness. Let me scroll. I was going to say, let me flip through until I find the first attractive woman. And it took literally 2 flips. There we go.
Ooh.
That's when things were nice. And then badass dude.
Yeah.
Hot chick. Badass dude. Hot chick. It's so fucking easy. Jeebus. But even these guys at Image Comics went woke as fuck. That's what my meltdown last week was about. So I thought I had my image. Yeah. And it's a girthy one too. That thing's over 1,000 pages for sure. Wait, actually, I did have some more. Moxie, you sent me the Rachel Zegler performs in London. Did you think
did.
That would, should we
I thought it would get Badger.
Okay, Badge, I'm throwing a couple. We got some Rachel Zegler, and then we got some Will Smith's rap career isn't going so well at the moment.
Oh yeah, poor guy.
Yeah, so Badger, we talked about it. What she put
the
on some
Zegler one we
performance, and then
talked
they
about.
they just put her on a screen or something.
She did the final performance of Evita, Don't Cry for Me, Argentina. Instead of performing it for the crowd that paid £350, she did it on the fucking balcony outside while they recorded it and streamed it to the people on the inside.
Okay.
So you paid to watch that. Yeah, you could have just waited outside.
And then she like walks out. Yeah. And then, wait, Moxie, you have an Instagram video of our love child?
I do.
Put that in private chat. Hopefully Badger has an Instagram account. I certainly do not. Badger?
I as well.
I do.
Oh, okay, Moxie, you're going to have to share. All right, Moxie, what should we start with? Zeg, Will Smith, or our love child? He doesn't look green.
No, but you'll see why I say that when you see. Let's do the love child.
Okay, we'll start it off. All right. Fire it up, Mox.
The scene where Finn is like, Ray, before we die, there's something I always wanted to tell you.
Ray, I never told you, Ray.
Oh, really? What is it? What does he want to tell her? I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
Well, are you gonna figure it out and then put it in the movie?
I'm bored.
Do you have audio?
No, it's my internet.
I can hear it.
I know you're
Oh.
good. I know
Well,
you
is
guys
he-
can hear it.
In love with her?
Hell no. Interracial couple in a Disney movie? Think of the Chinese markets.
Okay, so what is the dynamic between our three lead characters?
Okay, so like they don't have a dynamic. They should. I don't even think they're gonna interact until like the third movie.
What?
Okay, but get this: we'll have this cool ass character, Captain Plasma,
Plasma?
or I don't know, Phasma, some shit like that. But it'll be this big silver stormtrooper played by Gwendolyn Christie.
Whoa, that actually sounds
It's a
dope.
woman.
What will she do?
Nothing. Are
My
you
love
stupid?
child.
Nothing.
Oh, that's my bad.
Look, Finn will like fight her, and he'll be like, "Let's go, Chrome Dome,"
Let's go, Chrome Dome.
and then she'll like fall off a ledge to her death like 30 seconds later.
That sounds so awful, dude. What's the point of that?
I don't know. Her design will like sell hella toys. That's all that matters.
It's
Don't you
chrome.
love money?
I do love money. I love money. We'll have this scene where Finn.
Bye, love child. These are my real love childs. These are
And
the
then he
only
was
ones-
wondering, Finn was
Okay,
trying to
Johnson.
tell her that he's force sensitive.
Oh, wait, that's what
Yeah.
you
Nerd
thought?
alert.
That's what he was
Wait.
trying to tell her, yes.
Wait, it is? I thought it was him professing his love. Wait, he had force powers?
See,
And then they
this is-
didn't do anything with that?
He's had him since the first movie. That was the whole fucking point. It was supposed to be it's very clearly set up for them both to train under. It's all right.
Oh, and
It's
then
not hard these days.
And then he could have fallen in love with the Asian girl, and then the Empire could have shoved her in a refrigerator, and he could have found
Fridge.
it, and he would have gotten angry, and it
Fridge.
would have brought all of his force powers out. But then he starts going a little dark side out
He
of
was trying to
rage,
say,
so Ray has
I
to pull him
like
back.
pretty girls.
I ain't gay.
I think it was in Leon's countercast group, but someone played the Will Smith and they slowed it down, and it is a cadence issue. It's a beat issue, like how fast they're going for the Will Smith one. It sounds better if you go slower phrasing.
I just liked it for the fan reaction. They didn't seem as hyped as, say, the Alpha Zombie was hyped to bite people and show them his giant wiener. Gooch saves them from the zombies. $2 from Rossi. Shout out Rossi.
Just flashes them.
Appreciate it. And Will Smith, feel free to just skip around on some of this because the cringe is pretty high.
Yeah.
Investing. Spend it on you and your best.
Look how excited they all
You and your
look.
twin on your jet ski. Yo, I like pretty girl. Hey, hey!
He's still doing the same shit.
Frida in the section.
Oh, did the Predator girl get fired up? Wait, is that light-skinned black Madonna? Is that Caitlyn Jenner Madonna?
Ladies and gentlemen, Rita Ora in the
Okay, just stop.
Somebody say.
Stop the
Yeah,
just
no
stop.
one
embarrassing.
is reacting.
Ugh.
Just standing there.
It was a murder in there. No one's buying this I love pretty girls thing.
Oh, yeah. I like pretty girls too. Rachel Zegler, you get out of here. You don't
Do what?
more.
Will Smith
what?
decided to rap again.
He's a rapist.
He's totally heterosexual.
Let's skip Rachel Zegler if that's okay, right? Or
Yeah,
do you
well,
want-
no,
Does
it's
anyone
fine.
want to see her?
He's already seen it. I think.
We're making our way to Superman, but first we teased you.
Making our way downtown.
The Time Machine. 2002's The Time Machine. An hour and 36 minutes. 10 out of 10. Perfect movie. Flawless. But you can't just judge it on how long it is. So, The Time Machine, I vaguely remembered this. I had this filed in the same folder in my brain that I have the Land of the Lost. Not the Cartoon Dinosaur, Land of the Lost, where they actually do go like back in time. And then there's like reptile dudes.
I used to watch
And
that show.
Oh yeah,
Same.
yes. Who didn't? And yeah, the intro is absolutely iconic. And so I kind of had him filed in the same. So I kind of thought he went to the past, and that's where he found like the Morlocks and Eloys. But no, first he tries to go to the past, and he can't change it. the timeline forces his woman to die. Badger, you informed me that was actually one of the things that's kind of started that trope with time
like
travel.
the first time I ever saw something where it was like no matter what he did, the event kept happening. Like,
which I love. I love it. Where timeline, like you can do stuff and change it, but the timeline finds a way to make it in the exact same way. So you can't change the past, even if you do certain things to change it. It ends up basically the exact same, or a little worse.
which people keep bringing up 12 Monkeys. That's not the same. That's not the same. 12 Monkeys was what you saw happens. And no matter what you do, that event happens, i.e. the vision of himself in the airport running away, right? Like no matter what you try to do, that same event. Time Machine was that there are certain events, no matter how you change it, a version of it will happen. So like, yeah, he stops her from getting hit by the thing, but then she gets shot. And he stops her from getting shot. As opposed to no matter what he did, the same event keeps happening over and over again. Can't get away from it.
I like that.
Both terrifying.
You can get out, but it gets time streams too powerful.
I like a little window. I like a little window in there because it accounts for human agency.
Yeah, maybe save someone's life and it can still work out eventually, maybe, but you need a MacGuffin or something for that. So my favorite part, let's see if I get a good one, is similar to space. In the future, there are no bras.
As it should be.
And bead, like see-through bead fishnet. Gatekeeper.
Gatekeeper is my friend.
Auspicious time.
Shout out. Bro.
Okay, wait. It's just chat love. Okay, so shout out to Epic Mike. Okay, there it is. I was gonna say. I thought he was gonna make me do the memorize. Snarky J. Don't forget his boy Gary Nerdrotic. Hello, you lovely trio. Gatekeeper. Early day for me today. Saw you on, wanted to show you some love before I start gaming.
Yeah.
Soul Mask is calling. What's Soul Mask? Soul Mask.
You
is
look
calling.
that out.
Soul Mask.
Up.
I owed you.
Another one. Another one. Another one.
Oh, so
oh wait. He didn't get to do. So oh wait, no, it's mini chats. David, I was gonna do my gatekeeper impression. It probably would have been too offensive, so I'm glad he did it for me. Shout out to the lovely Moxie. Moxie's starting it off. Snarky J.
I've been promoted.
Oh, I know. I'm so jealous. Epic Mike, Sex, Blue Collar Loser, Astonishing Comics, Madhouse Comics, Gooch, Mr. Tech Rat, and Mama Badger getting some love in there. And my favorite, Gary. God bless the princes and princesses of the 199. Shout out Gatekeeper. Appreciate you so dang much. Let's see. Is it hi? On my screen, it won't get rid of your super chat. It stays up forever. Okay, now it's gone. God, I love internet. Thank you all. One of these days, I'll have working internet only because of all of your incredibly generous support. Now, what was the game? Soul Mask? Soul Mask. May 2024, mostly and very positive, escaping a deadly sacrificial ritual. You find an ancient mystical mask on your journey. There's actually a bunch of masks and such in Expedition 33, which I currently I just beat the character and it was... It's good. Moxie, I don't care if you like video games or not. You should also play Expedition 33. Thoughts?
I love video games. I just don't have time to play them or get good.
Oh, no.
I think the last one that I tried to play was Lost Ark, which was really pretty. It's a Korean game, Korean-based game.
An MMO, right?
Yeah. That was the last new game that I started trying to play, and then I got distracted because life, and yeah, never went back to it. But I like games. I just don't play them.
Oh, yeah. That's when I wanted to get sucked back into, and then I saw all the gay pride crap, and I went, oh. And then I took Warframe off the list. Hey, Jerry, I was going to do a Gatekeeper impression. Now he's doing his Gatekeeper impression. Hey, also Erwin, my hero, the Anger Badger, and the redheaded goddess Moxie, dang. The Sith Lord poet bows in respect. Wait, do Sith Lords bow?
Maybe to each other.
Okay.
Slight little head nod.
Kind of like motorcyclists do the little peace sign.
Yeah, or Subaru owners who are all lesbians do a little hi.
So... Real quick, back to the time machine. What we got? Okay, we got about 10 minutes more left. Time machine, shout out. Appreciate all of you. So I remember the Eloys and the Morlocks, which, man, those Morlocks in this one were big bros. I really like that. I thought they were just weird, like, monster creatures in the original, like, but these dudes were like giants, which I liked. I did not remember who was controlling the Morlocks, though. So when all of a sudden Dracula shows up,
yeah,
I lost my mind, because what the hell? They're actually, the society is really run by essentially a vampire. What?
The extreme evolved form of humanity or whatever.
Like a steampunk aesthetic on him too.
Yes, like very like I'd be happy to have this his costume in an MMO on my Necromancer for sure.
It's the time machine.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's the time machine, which has what Orlando Jones pops up, and even his character, who's just like a digital like librarian person, ends up having a really good character arc where he's just stuck for like 800,000 years watching humanity destroy itself and not be able to share like all his knowledge with everyone. And then he's like all depressed. But then at the end, they save everyone, and then all the kids are sitting around while he's reading whatever, Christmas Carol or whatever it was. And I was like, what? The AI got a character arc and it made me feel things? God, modern Hollywood sucks.
It's very hard for me to take Orlando Jones or Phil Lamar seriously because I just knew them from Mad TV, and then Phil, of course, went on to do voice acting. So,
still, excellent job, and vampires, and
yeah, it does.
Anything else you guys remember about this movie that sticks out to you? Like, oh, there we go. I just keep thinking about her boobs, to be honest. 1 second. Oh yeah, I like the cities. They're all living up in the like on the walls, and it's really fun. You're like, oh, he found like a really nice, happy, peaceful village, and there's a little bit of a secret, and then it ends up being giant monsters, and they're all just sheep, and then that's run by Dracula, and then he goes into the future, and then everything's like a hellscape. So he's like, no, I can't go back to my time. I need to stay here and help fix this, prevent this from happening, and then comes and it's actually ended up being really good and really well structured. All right, sorry, what was Frenchman saying?
Thanks for answering my comm in a Chad way and not gay. Oh.
Well, we talked about how I didn't read my comments, and then he's like, oh, you haven't read mine. So I went in the comments and read his, and then I read one other person, and I was like, oh my God, this person is such a fucking retard. This is why I don't reply to comments. Literally the first one that wasn't French Moon. I went, oh yeah, this is why. I didn't even know what they were saying in the one sentence. They were saying like contradictory, completely contradictory. So I couldn't even figure out what the hell they were saying.
Sounds about right.
I have other things to think about, such as Expedition 33, and why the fuck hasn't Fantastic Four done an Alex Ross poster? So I like looking at the movie posters at the movie theater because I don't want to sit in the theater for 30 minutes. And this, when I first saw it from a distance, I went, what the hell is that? And then I went, oh, Fantastic Four. And I always tell you, look at the top. Nothing at the top. And then they got Storm on here twice. Richard, what normie see? And then, it says Fantastic Four at the bottom, right? No. Prepare for launch. It doesn't even say Fantastic Four. What the fuck? Normie looks at this and knows what the hell is going on. Absolute just... Yeah, what, Moxie, if you saw this, would you have known what the hell was going on?
It looks like a Frisbee I got at a corporate event one time.
So true. And honestly, Frisbee was one of the better moments of 28 years later. No joke. So yeah, I saw it. It's just like, what? I almost sent a picture to Badger. I was like, what the hell? I actually did send a picture to Badger. I might have to whip that. Let's see. No, we got Superman trailer coming up. I'll whip it out tomorrow. They did have a cool little thing you put your face in and take a picture for Jurassic World. I'll whip that out tomorrow, though. Badger.
That's what that was.
Oh, yeah.
You're supposed to put your face in it?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's really weird, the wiener. So, finally, Gooch isn't here. So, I want to like this. I want the marketing to be good. I only am saying the marketing sucks because the marketing sucks. And if they would give us good marketing, I would say, hey, that's good marketing. And they finally did it. They finally gave him the leg up pose. He actually looks like Superman. They gave him a big old super package.
They
You
have
don't get to see the feet
tightened.
taper.
They tightened the suit.
100%.
They took away the bunching.
It begins instead of look up, and then as Badger was quick to point out, it's got that like 60s 70s vibe to it, that like filter over the top and the like the color scheme to look like that classic one that everyone loves. But then I tell you, look at the top, a James Gunn film. But then you got everyone at the bottom. It looks good. Yeah, I know technically, yeah, that's what I would expect. I mean, then you actually show the cast at the bottom.
It's a very OG poster, and I'm all right with it.
Yes, exactly. I supported it. Now,
I hunted B-Man. I hunted.
Well,
for his dick
we've
shot.
got 30 seconds of you being able to hunt for that shadow. I haven't watched it yet. Probably nothing new, but let's see.
I guarantee you, there's several parts in here that Gooch is would do this reaction to. Oh, 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 oh.
They really love that shot.
You were out there helping them?
I thought I was.
Okay, I like that.
It's always been wrong about me. I get scared, but that is being human.
I like that.
And that's my greatest strength.
I guarantee you, Gooch would have fucking hated that. He would have said he's too emotional. That scene right there where he's there.
You're helping them?
I thought I was.
Finally!
They've always been wrong about me.
Right here, Gooch. Oh!
I get scared.
Listen to his voice.
But that is being human. And that's my greatest strength.
And he's saying it to Lex, I assume?
Yeah, he's saying it to Lex in the control room. I maintain what I've always said. I think this movie is going to be great in spite of James Gunn, not because of it, only through the strength of all the performances.
Two things in a row where I'm like, oh, actual good marketing. If we'd been getting good marketing, I would have been saying that, but it keeps giving us... Moxie, that 30 seconds do anything for you?
I liked it.
Ooh, do you like them leaning into the human side of Superman like that for like character purposes?
It's fine. Superman was never my favorite. I never had like mad love for it, the franchise and him. But
Batman could take him, obviously.
She's a Batman girl.
I'm a Batman girl.
That's why she's the best girl.
But no, all the trailers so far, that just seems more concise. It shows you there is some character development, the humanity aspect. It's not a turnoff for me. It's like, okay, yeah.
And it actually kind of told a bit of a story. That's what was been lacking. The stories that the first trailer was, Lois is kind of a bitch. Now, in context and whatnot, it makes more sense, but I didn't like it. It didn't tell much of a story, where this one I actually kind of felt it a little.
The talking over was pretty limited, but they showed you so much in a short amount of time with him speaking over it. It told you more of a story.
First trailer desperately needed voiceover. Badger, what were you saying?
I was going to say, I feel like Fantastic Four is going to be the meh. I feel like this is actually going to show some stuff.
And you'll never believe this. Third tab in a row where I say nice things. James Gunn reveals that Bradley Cooper, Pom Klementieff, and Michael Rooker appear in Superman as the Fortress of Solitude robots. He wanted to bring his Guardians people into the DCU and just having them do a little voice thing for the robots. I like that. And all three of those I think will do an excellent job of voice acting.
Because we didn't go through the article, because it's hard to go through any James Gunn article with Gooch every 3 seconds. But if you actually read it, we found out that like Peacemaker season 2, everything that James Gunn basically is doing right now was already greenlit and in production before he took over as DC. The only thing he changed was the order in which he was doing it. So,
I'll say so. For those who don't know or had forgotten, 700 mil is the over-under for the bet between Badger and Gooch. You still confident it's going to make over 700 mil, even though numbers be getting revised down a bit?
Yeah, I think it's going to.
All right. You'll have to see it. Now we're gonna do one last one. If Gooch was here, he would definitely not be happy about this one. And then we'll do a little plug-in, and then we'll go from there. But first, Lantern's director James Hawes compares the series to True Detective, Fargo, and No Country for Old Men, exactly like we expected. It's a buddy cop movie, and then somebody flies.
Cool.
So it's exactly what we're expecting, and I still don't like that. I want a Green Lantern that's also just and then somebody is a buddy cop. I don't want a buddy cop. I'm a little worried. I would like to like the Green Lanterns.
No idea what their episode structure is going to be.
I'm watching True Detective. Like I still, Expedition 33 is keeping me from watching, but man, is it so good. No, it should not be Green Lantern True Detective though. What are you? Why? No, stop. Why?
Honestly, I kind of feel this way about all of them. I don't think there's going to be a middle ground. Lantern, Supergirl, Superman, they're going to just get polar opposite reactions from people.
And my issue is like the Penguin, phenomenally well made, but I didn't care because it wasn't like any Batman stuff. And if it had been Batman related, then I would have followed all the way through. But even though it was well made, it just wasn't enough for me. So it's like, even if it's well made, I don't care if it's just a buddy cop. I want it to be Green Lanterns, and then we can do some buddy copping.
And what are they investigating? What's it connected to?
Hopefully something in space. So we got something I'd forgotten is about to come out in a week. But first, Badger, we got something coming out tonight. What are we going to be doing tonight?
Inside the Badger Den tonight, assuming I'm not dead from allergies and have to cancel, which I've yet to have to cancel a show, so I will probably suffer through it. Yeah, Inside the Badger Den tonight. Reduced panel because people are busy.
I'll be there, and I have beer, so you don't need to even worry about talking.
We're good. Oh, thank God. Yeah, tonight at 8 o'clock avocado time, by all means. We'll talk about all the things.
Moxie, anything you want to plug real quick before we talk about the end of Squid Game Season 2 finale?
I get to hang out with both of you again tonight in the Badger Den. And tomorrow I'm doing a Deep Six Flicks movie review with at least Leon, maybe others, I don't know, of one of my favorite movies, The Secret of Roan Inish. So that'll be fun. So 9 p.m. avocado time tomorrow, late night.
What? What did you just say? The Secret of what?
Roan, R-O-A-N, Inish, I-N-I-S-H.
Okay, I don't feel bad about not understanding what you said. Okay.
It's Irish. It means Seal Island.
What the?
Erwin, I'm sure you'd love it.
I want you to watch it, Erwin. Add it to the wheel. It's one of my favorites. I want your reaction.
7.
I want your reaction.
10. Wait, if there's a seal, she makes friends with the seal. Oh, I don't want to spoil it. She has to kill the seal.
Oh no, the seal has AIDS.
I was gonna say she has to pull a zombie baby out of the seal's zomgina.
It's okay. So you think it's a time period piece movie, storytelling, potato famine, whatever. But there's also the fantastical element in that Selkies exist in Irish
She
lore.
takes an active role to unravel the mysterious secrets. Wait, are those the Irish mermaids?
Basically, yeah.
Ooh, okay. I'm down.
They're ladies that transform into seals and they take their skin off and they're naked ladies and, you know.
I will have to research that later.
Colin Farrell was in another movie with about Selkies.
Well, I really wish that's the Lighthouse. I really enjoyed. They kind of hinted that it was some kind of like a mermaid situation, but then it was just kind of his own being a lunatic. And I really wish they would have actually gone with like the mythical, magical creature. Rossi for a 5-er. I can't wait to see how all over the place this is. Badger, get yourself some Xylol anti. Dr. Rossi for 5. Badger, get yourself some
Just so you know,
meds.
Already on the Zyrtec, already on the fucking the spray thing, nasal crom. Allergies don't give a fuck. All right, Allergy Badger don't care. Knocks those medicines right out of the way.
And so we're still good. FNT hasn't started yet. Correct?
It's not. No one said it started, so it hasn't started yet.
Nope.
You know I miss it every time everyone tells me. New posters for Squid Game releasing next week. I mostly just brought this up because I forgot. It's already here. Next week, we're getting the finale of season 2. I am really looking forward to it. Badger, Are you a Squid Game enjoyer? I feel like you didn't.
I like
never
the
got
first
into
one.
it, right?
I just
Oh, it's
never
the first-
watched the second one because I was waiting for it to.
Oh, okay. Well, then
conclude.
with this out, then are you going to be actually watching it, or
Yeah, eventually I'll finish it.
Okay, because
Yeah.
man, I love the first half. Moxie, are you a Squid Game enjoyer?
Yep, I watched the first half. So actually, you know what? I'm going to step away from my I Love Lucy binging and catch up with Squid Game now. Then.
I know. I'm now realizing I'm like maybe I should do a little rewatching, but I got Expedition 30. I got so much stuff. But Squid Game is.
Need
I
more
really
monitors.
enjoyed it. Yes.
If you want to know the fun things that happen out on the water, men get so delusional and horny that they see manatees and think that it's women with tits off in the distance.
Your dog was putting on a bit of a show. He went straight for the lick in the paws, but he missed the paws and went for something else. Or she. Wait, no, she. She? I don't want to misgender. She.
My
I
name's a
apologize.
dog, Indiana.
Oh, well, it's okay then. Okay. All right, one little last bit. Let's see. I got so many rando tabs. Oh yeah, this one was great. Badger. Puck News says Batman 2 will begin filming in January. Script will be handed in this month. Thanks, Puck News.
Monday, I'm
rid of
told, is
that.
when the script will be turned in.
Yes, Kathleen Kennedy is going to turn it in. An untitled Marvel Studios movie will release on December 15th, 2028. Is there like a polymarket bet where I can bet this is not going to come out December 15th, 2028, considering they don't have a title? Well, hey, keep doing that, Marvel. Genius. Here we go. Badger, what do you think of a Deadpool and Batman comic book crossover?
I think that it better have
Daredevil and Green
in it.
Arrow?
Yeah.
Daredevil and Green Arrow? Yeah. Yeah, I did not this confused me. I had to reread it. I'm like, oh, well, hey, it's like DC, DC and Marvel crossing over. Like, that's cool, but Deadpool and give me the Deadpool and Batman.
So it looks like there's anthology stories.
Yes. But then here's the problem. Kevin Smith. Okay, never mind. I'm good. It's like you guys
there
don't
was
want
another
my
one.
money.
There was another one with crypto or something like that, but
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't even see it. Oh my god.
yeah, it's confusing.
Does Moxie Dog need a cape?
Yes. Wait. No, that actually, you keep doing like super chat goals goals to get you all dressed up when you could be dressing that up as well. Just saying, a little bow tie, a little hat or something. Yeah. Grift. All right. We still got time? We still got time, huh?
Yeah, they're still not going.
So we'd heard about, Dragon Slayer movie starring Ryan Gosling. Directed by the Muppets and Muppets Most Wanted director for Netflix. It seems like it's still going to be happening. Yes.
I don't know why.
That
Shout out
dog
to Ryan
needs
Gosling.
costumes. Wait. What were you mentioning about Starfighter?
I mean, you kept saying that if it's a shortcut of just having a man and his son, the whole plot that like was leaked and then confirmed by the casting is that it's Ryan Gosling and his nephew being chased by villainous people for reasons unknown. But that's a father figure still. Oh no! Why are you doing this?
Oh yeah, we had a miniature schnauzer back in the day. Whenever you put a coat on him, he would just stand still, like he would refuse to move. I love when animals don't understand coats and costumes and hats. Actually, there was at the bookstore. I guess people are allowed to bring pets in. People just bring pets in. I almost took a picture. There was a woman who had a cat sitting in her cart with a sombrero on.
Oh my!
Yeah, that is a good cat to put up with a sombrero.
Sombrero cat probably feels safe in there.
Also, I will say, I owed you guys this, and Tomahawk and others definitely helped us hit it. The Bugle Daily doing the Lord's work. In Avengers Doomsday, I become homeless after spending too much money for pictures of the new Spider-Menace variant. He's doing the Lord's work. I love his account.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do a video after this of just me doing a bad Charmene accent the whole time, raging about how they can't hold a good brown down.
Wait,
I don't know what you think you're doing, but I'm going to come back. I'm going to haunt you. I'm going to have little demon Sith in your backyard.
It'll be great.
Hide your kids. Hide your wife. So might as well go and rent this one out since we just did some Bugle Daily. The Street Fighter movie is coming out. We always worry that Cynthia Erivo is going to end up in something.
What the hell is even that?
Terrifying.
Real quick, so I don't have to talk about it tomorrow. Elio doesn't even have audience score yet. This is really good indicator of if something's going to lose a lot of money. If by Friday, not enough people have reviewed it from the Thursday to show a score, you're screwed. And if you're a $300 million PIXAR movie, you're super screwed. Congrats, Elio. Even if you're good, you're going to be an absolute abomination. So, wait, we still going? Yes, we're still going.
They are ever so late. Okay.
Yeah, we are currently getting into my meme tabs. So, this is from old internet. Yes. My dreams have come true. I can now watch TV and play video games at the same time. I love my dorm. And he's playing, I'm reliably told, Need for Speed Underground 2.
Nice.
And then obviously watching some South Park. I desperately need to know what he's playing in the 64. He's got 2 controllers hooked up, and from the slight blob of color, I'm guessing Super Smash Bros. And he doesn't even point out the TV that he has right next to it with the TV monitor laying on the ground, as any true fan, any true PC Master Race has it. I mean, you guys have monitors on your floors, right?
Yeah. So I look at that little potato. She's like, well, my job is done. And she meandered off to go to her bed. Oh, yeah.
Yes. As soon as the costumes went on. I know, I'm like legit jealous. And these TVs aren't very big inch-wise, but you need 2 people to move them or you are throwing your back out.
You guys are not cultured. It was GoldenEye. Obviously, GoldenEye is what was in there.
No, you can see the littlest splotch of color. Yeah, actually, let's enhance. One moment.
Enhance. Enhance.
Oh, no,
grid
I had
35
it.
through 14.
Damn, I had it. And I'm still going Smash Bros. Okay. And so you got 2 controllers. Is this wireless? This doesn't even, the red one doesn't even seem to have a wire coming out of it. Oh, wait, now I'm thinking the snowboarding game, maybe? It's not GoldenEye, though. I know that much. I don't know. Chat, you tell us. Next meme. So this one got me. Wave Race, definitely a possibility. Nah, I don't think they're doing 2-player Superman 64. 1090, that was what my thought was. Say something smart, Kowalski. Sleep is just a free trial of death, but with ads.
Sometimes those ads are fun.
Right? I know, right? Sexy time ads. Sometimes you get the French ads. Those are the best ads. And then, I guess, I was going to say, are any of you fans of metal? And then I remembered Moxie is here, and I assume Moxie likes metal music, right?
It's fine. I don't have any in my regular playlist, but I can get down.
So we've got Norfrika coming out with his Norse and Africa mixed together from Rippaverse. And then obviously he does metal, and then they're friends with Dan Fask. So they did a music video and an original song for Norfrika. And I don't like metal.
They are live.
It's a little rough for me, but any of you enjoy some operatic metal, make sure you check it out. It ain't my thing. Badger, where can we find you tonight?
Tonight, inside the Badger Den, 8 o'clock, we'll be talking about all the things. Yay!
And Gooch won't be there, so we can all be super positive.
So much positivity about Superman. We're just only going to talk about the things we like. It's going to be great.
The pro gun stream.
Yeah.
We're just talking Expedition 33 the whole time?
Just Expedition 33 and the good parts from Superman that we like. Nothing bad.
I'll definitely be there then, for sure. Absolute pleasure having you all here. Thank you for the generosity, and we will see you tomorrow at 1 Eastern.
So long, and thanks for all the fish.
Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know. Hello.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Good, then get the hell out of my life. Who needs you? Beat it. Leave me alone.
I needed to get rid of the human garbage, otherwise known as my best friends.
Come on.
Bonnie, how do you keep getting back in?
Well, bye.
If we're not back by dawn, call the president.
And in honor of you all being so generous, you broke the gifties.
Everyone has AIDS. My grandma